Welcome back to episode 2 of the March to Rocktober. And hey, since it's episode 2, that must mean you cared enough about episode 1 to come back. So do me a favor, check to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If not, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the rest of this series as I come out with it. But to start things out for today's episode, I gotta talk at you guys for a little bit before we can get into our first game. Because, and you would know if you watched episode 1, I was so tired making that first video. I hadn't gone to sleep yet after the game launched, and there was a couple of things that I just forgot to mention that I wanted you guys to know early on in this March to October. So first things first, like I said, this is only a 1-year March to October we're doing this year, but I forgot to explain why. Basically, just last year, doing all those years of the White Sox March to October, there were so many little frustrating things that just seemed to pile up the further we got. And since it didn't really seem like they did much to improve the mode this year, I don't think any of those annoying things are going to change. So I think it'll be better. I think it'll be more fun to go back to a traditional 1-season March to October and just focus on 2025. But because of that, there's a few different plans I have in mind. First of all, if you want a multi-season experience of me trying to rebuild the team, I do plan on doing a franchise mode this year. I'm gonna go back to my White Sox. They're the worst team in baseball history. I gotta build them back up. And then also, as far as March to October is concerned, this isn't the only March to October we're gonna do on the channel either. I plan on streaming a lot of March to October this year, and if you want to watch that live, you can either watch it here on the channel or follow my Twitch. So yeah, instead of doing a bunch of seasons with the same team, I'm gonna do one season with a bunch of different teams. So with that housekeeping out of the way that I meant to talk about last episode, let's get into what we have going on today. So the first thing I did is I took a long look at these rosters, got myself familiar with all these players, and it sounded like a thunderstorm's just getting started outside, so if you hear some things through the mic, that's what it is. But anyways, I went ahead, I assembled the batting order. I don't think I actually changed anything position-wise, except I did swap Chris Bryant and Nolan Jones. I'm also hoping that 85 discipline of Nolan Jones paired with decent contact against righties will make him a good leadoff hitter. Then we got Ryan McMahon, Tovar, Doyle's batting cleanup, Tolia 5, Bryant 6, Sam Hilliard, and then Tyro Estrada and Jacob Stallings to round out the order against righties. Against lefties, Kyle Farmer comes in to play first base, Chris Bryant moves to the bench, and I'm actually going to lead off Tolia. I feel like this could be a really interesting dynamic. He's got real solid plate discipline at 74. He's also got that big power. He could maybe kind of be like a Kyle Schwarber type leadoff hitter, and batting him leadoff at least guarantees him 1 at bat per game where it's not that 30 clutch rating that'll be active. But then we've got McMahon and Tovar in the 2 and 3 spots again. We're batting Stallings cleanup with that 69 power. Farmer's batting 5th, Hilliard 6th, Doyle down in the 7 hole, and then Nolan Jones, Tyro Estrada to round it out. And I didn't mess with anything pitching wise, rotation still ordered the same, but the one thing that we learned from this screen is the pitching. The pitching is what needs the most help. So that's what I've focused on in the trade management screen. You can see right here, we're 30th ranked in both starting pitching and relief pitching and closing pitching. The bullpen, all of it's the worst. So then that lines up with our 2 team needs. We're just right-handed and left-handed pitcher. And it's always tough to set up the targeting list early on in the year before you know who might be looking to trade people away. But I built up our board here of 2 starters, 2 relievers, all from teams that aren't really expected to do much. I actually couldn't believe Sandy Alcantara was only a 78 overall, but I think that might make it possible he could get traded to us. And then going down to these next 2 panels here, this is the screen where we really get to see our whole roster. This is the only way you can really look at it in March to October. So scrolling through here, there are a couple guys on the roster but aren't in the MLB, so we won't get to use them. Like Jake Woodford would be a big... Oh, well, that's a tornado warning, so I guess I'll be back. All right, we're back. Everything's good. So as I was saying, a guy like Jake Woodford would be a big upgrade to our starting rotation, but he's not on the 40-man roster, and in my experience in March to October, since you don't get to manually control the rosters, if somebody's not on the 40-man in a season, they're not going to get called up to the big league team. There's not going to be that chance. So since I'm pretty confident we won't have the chance to call him up to the big league squad, he's somebody that I feel like I can add to our shopping screen. So him and Diego Castillo are the same type of deal. It's a shame. Diego Castillo would be our best bullpen arm, but again, he's not on the 40-man roster. So unless something has changed with how March to October works, which I seriously doubt it if they didn't even add GOAT difficulty into the mode. There doesn't seem like much of a reason not to try and trade him away. On the other hand, though, that also applies to a guy like Chase Dollander. He's not on the 40-man either. So again, if nothing has changed, we won't get the chance to see him make it to the big league team within this one season we're playing. So he probably becomes our biggest trade piece, but I don't know if I'm quite ready to put him on the players to shop screen yet, just because I don't fully know if they've changed anything in the mode yet. If we get a little bit into it and nothing changes, we'll shop him around. That would probably be the piece that we could get something back decent. But I think that means it's finally time to get to our second game. We've got a 3-2 deficit we got to overcome against the Phillies. We got 2 runners on though. This is a new looking screen, a little bit more detailed here. I like it. Looks like another German Marquez start. It's when he got hit around a little bit more, it looks like. And another thing I typically like to do when we get into moments like this, at least ones where things have happened, I do like to look at the box score, get a sense for what's going on in the game. And look at this, Michael Toglia 3 for 3 with 2 driven in, and he went deep, first homer of the year. And then yeah, Marquez with the 3 allowed in 5 innings, 5 walks too. That can't happen, but 2 scoreless innings out of our bullpen. And it also was a setting to have the bullpen automatically warm, so I turned that off. I'll be controlling the bullpen and getting them loosening up just like we used to. But for now, we got to find a way to do something against Orion Kerkering here. And actually, I don't know. Oh, it's because we've got 89 clutch with Doyle. I was about to say, this PCI seems very large right now, but 89 clutch would do it. This is a big spot then. Doyle is the guy we'd want up. Still probably can ambush in here on a 3-1 count. I don't know if that's the move though. I'm still learning. Still learning when to use ambush. Oh, that didn't drop in. Are you kidding me? Is that Castellanos making that play? Stop it. Man, they keep throwing that sweeper and I missed it. Wait a second. Messed up on the bases. We're good. We're getting back. For some reason, I thought there was 2 outs there for a split second. Man, he's just throwing that sweeper in the zone over and over, and I'm not putting up anything on it. Get through. That should tie the game. Tovar comes through. That wasn't even a good swing. I'm just impressed I actually timed that up. We had like so many straight sweepers. I can't even remember how many it was. I lost count. Yep, they made me go around twice. 2 failed check swings that at bat. At least we got 1 across. At least we tied it. All right, Vodnik was already in. He only threw 10 pitches, got a lot of energy left. I might stick with him. I imagine he's somebody we'll be relying on out of this bullpen. Missed that spot pretty bad. Okay, I kind of thought he'd be throwing it harder. I thought that's kind of what he did. Well, threw it hard enough there. Who's that behind the plate? That is not a catcher. What is happening? Okay, I must have missed it when I looked at the box score, but Greg Jones pinch ran for Jacob Stallings, and then it never prompted me that we had a catcher out of position. That's a pretty important position. Oh, I got that blue reaction. I thought McMahon would have moved a little bit faster. I don't know. I can't be upset that a diving play down the line isn't being made. That could be 2. Needs a quick turn. I don't think we're going to get a quick enough turn. That was so slow developing. Ooh, they just brought in a pinch runner with 99 speed. Ooh, what is he looking at there? I mean, in fairness, we got him to chase that pitch twice in the at-bat. Guess he didn't want to look like a fool again, and we made him look like an even bigger one. Oh my... I almost didn't believe that pitch was so right down the middle, and I think that's why that happened. I nudged the button before I fully committed to it, so it just came across as a check swing. Chris Bryant though, first AB with KB, and we got a perfect swing. Makes me even more excited to use him. I mean, that's one of the more intriguing things for me using the Rockies, is trying to bring Chris Bryant back to his former glory. Okay, stringing together a couple base hits here with 1 out. Okay, and that gets a new arm brought in. Who is this? Jordan Romano? This might just be their closer. Oh, and I got... Man, he did it again. At least I timed it up that time. That's just a product of a small PCI. Oh, and yeah, that's a problem pitch for me. You'll see plenty of that throughout this season. All right, well, best thing we can do now is try and send another game to extras. Maybe that's going to be our identity. Maybe we're the team that just plays extra innings. Yeah, there we go. Lawrence looking good with his sweeper. Ooh, we got it though. Wait, get there. That's Trey Turner. We can't be taking our time. That's a huge play though. That's where our good defense, our 4th ranked defense comes into play. That's where it's valuable. And there we go. Another rollover grounder. 1-2-3 inning. We did. We sent it to extras. Now who wants to get the big swing today? Who wants to be the Sam Hilliard of this game? Oh, I can't keep missing that pitch. I don't have the precision. Look at this, dude. They know. The game knows. I can't move the PCI just that little bit to get there. I'm moving it too far. And that is incredibly disappointing to strike out on 3 pitches like that. Oh, I ambushed in, but it was a little up. I don't think we got enough of it. Not even to the track. It should move us up to 3rd, though, so that guarantees a run scores on a base hit. And hey, Tovar drove in the tying run. Maybe he's the one that'll come through here. Let's see a big swing. Oh, see, that's the drawback to ambush hitting. I ambush away. So the second you see anything going that direction, it makes you want to swing. Wow, I gotta figure out something. I can't be getting beat over and over on sliders over the middle. That's horrible. All right, well, we got 2 lefties due up to start this 10th inning, so I'm gonna go to my lefty.
This guy's got good power with one swing. He's gonna win it for him.
Yep, I think one swing did win it for him, Boog. I mean, what can I do? If we're not going to come through after being given chance after chance on those sliders right over the middle of the plate, and then we try and bring in a 65 overall to keep Bryce Harper from doing something, yeah, not going to happen. Hey, I can't be too upset losing a game to a team like the Phillies this early on in the season. The fact that we competed, I mean, we put up a run. I shut them down for a couple innings. We just needed to finish the job. That's gonna sting though, getting 3 negative momentum snowflakes. Just makes it all the more valuable we were able to start out 4-1 because this record's gonna dip below 500 pretty quick here in this sim. Let's see though, that's gonna flip us to a negative. It's a little bit bigger of a snowflake than I thought it'd be. That might give us a couple losses here. We beat the A's though. All right, and then now this is the sort of thing we can skip since we're only focusing on 1 season. That's why the decision was made early. But if we're only playing 1 year, there's no reason to scout, no reason to worry about the draft because there is no future. All right, so moving on then. There's a loss with the negative momentum. We can skip past this too. We don't even need to go through the tutorials. Set it all to auto. All right, now let's see about the series against the A's. We did lose it because of our negative momentum. 3 losses with the snowflake, but we beat the Brewers. Got a chance to win the series against them. We're still above 500. And hey, games like this, chances like this, these are going to be very big for us as long as we can come through. Because making comebacks like this, you get a lot of extra momentum. And with us doing what we're trying to do, we need all the help from momentum we can get. So let's see if we can make this comeback here against the Brewers. And this is our first home game. First look we're seeing, of course. Maybe this is all we were missing though that last game. We didn't get a chance to hit with Jacob Stallings. And I was perfect with him in game 1. But let's again take a second here to see what's gone on up to this point. 3 doubles on the board. We've got 9 hits as a team. Tolia's stealing bases. Not a great start from Feltner, but 3 1/3 scoreless from Tanner Gordon, our long reliever. All right, come on then, Stallings. This dude has a primary slider, so I'm expecting to see the same type of thing we were seeing last game. Let's make the adjustment. And there it is immediately. And there was a slight adjustment. That's just a very small PCI to work with. That's a tough pitch. See, I feel like what I need to do in a spot like this, keep it in mind when we're using a team like this and all these types of players. Contact swing might be our friend. All right, that's a contact swing. We at least made contact. That's what it's for. And we're working it now to 3-2. Oh, and then that stayed in the zone. That caught me off guard. Everything I feel like was slow and away in that at bat, and then we just get a fastball at the top of the zone. All right, Kyle Farmer, though, I know he's got a solid clutch rating. Good spot for him, maybe? Very good spot for him. Do I send 67 speed? I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Throw slightly offline. We're in just barely. Oh, I'm so lucky. I don't know. We have to be aggressive because it's not like I feel very good about just thinking, oh, we'll just get the next guy to get a base hit. I feel like if we have a chance to score, we got to take it, and it paid off. Now look at us. We find ourselves in another tie game. Somebody's got to come through this time. Somebody step up. Sam Hilliard? Are you kidding me with these perfect swings? 31 speed. Get on your horse, man. I think we're in. Wait, I didn't stop him. What? I don't know what I did. Did I mess that up? I thought I sent him home. That sucks, man. That sucks because I think that would have been the lead. I think we would have been in. We'll just need another swing then. Doyle can do it. Oh, that one we got. That's getting down, right? It has to. Please, no. We had the lead and I messed up. I can't believe I did that. Okay, we're gonna bring in this Seth Halverson. I think this was our outlier fastball guy. Only a 55 overall though. Should have probably been in a spot where we were pitching to try and save the game here, but no, I had to go and mess it up. It's okay, we get out of this inning with Halverson. Then that just means we get a chance to walk the game off, and that just means extra momentum. We're playing the long game. Oh, that was such a perfect pitch right there. 3-2. Didn't want to give Contreras anything to hit, and we found a spot. Oh, we got that one. That's the fielding again coming through. It's so satisfying seeing the good defense pay off here. All right, and now is our chance to walk off our first game at home. They brought in a lefty to face our lefty. Do I want to leave him in? I think I'm going to give this a shot. I think I'm going to stick with Nolan Jones in this spot. That's gonna get us on base to start. Nice job. I mean, it helps when the 0-2 12-6 curve was left right over the middle of the plate, but that was also kind of in that same type of spot we were having trouble with. Okay, one Jones to the next. Greg Jones. Are you serious? On the first pitch? I was just about to start talking about how he has such bad hitting attributes. If I didn't do anything on that pitch, that was going to be the next thing out of my mouth. Was, oh, this guy doesn't have great hitting, so let's see what he can do. Look at what he can do. I'm shocked. I'm at a loss for words right now. This is the kind of things we need. We need guys to step up that you don't expect. Dude, we kind of swung the bat in that game. All those perfect swings and then finishing it off with that. And there we go. Just like I said, playing the long game. Get an extra fireball of momentum on top of the 3 we were already going to get from winning the game. All right, here we go. 4 fireballs. It's going to get us a nice fireball. Let's see some wins. This is huge if we can keep staying over 500. And we get to face a division rival, win a series against the Padres. Seems like it's going to give me the shot against the Dodgers, although this is a player lock. Now, long-term viewers of my March to Octobers are going to disagree with this move, but I'm going to save this one for next episode. With that interruption in the middle, I've kind of lost a sense for how long of an episode this is at this point, but I think we'll end it there. Walk-off homer from the guy you'd least expect. End it on a positive. So again, guys, make sure if you enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button for me. And if you're not subscribed already, man, we are closing in on 1 million subscribers. We're just a few away. So hit that subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss the rest of this Rockies March to October. But thanks as always for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time.